Hey guys, it's Maymay and it's time for our December regular club reveal. Now, I want to tell you, I have done something that I think is super fun. I love when I do something that I want in my stash that I think works great for me, and that's what I've done for you. It's also super simple, and it's a stamp set you can use all year long, not just in December. I'm going to use it a lot in December, but you're going to need it for all year long, okay? So this set is called Gift Card Surprise, and let me tell you why. So I have come up with in my head a way to use this little gift box and this little lid as a reveal for gift cards, and that's what I want to show you how to do today. So easy, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a gift tag that holds a pull-out gift card or cash. Cash can fit in it too. Before we do that, let's talk about what's on the stamp. So look right here. You get these cute little sentiments. How about, I'm terrible at buying gifts, so let's see how you do. Get it? So you're giving them money. How about happy shopping? I love those two together. And then surprise, in case they don't know they're getting it. You deserve a treat. This one's on me. A gift for you. And how about this one? Get yourself something real nice. This is the one I'm going to use today because I think it's adorable. Plus these bright little shiny stars, which I think are super cute for the project. Now, what I'm going to do is show you a super simple way to use this to make a tag that has a big impact today in this video. But coming up next week, I'm going to show you how to also use it for possibly 2 different cards. I have about 4 things in mind you can do with it, but I'm probably going to show you 2 different cards pretty quick, like Monday and Tuesday. So be on the lookout for those videos too. So let me show you how to make this happen. And you can make it happen with anything. I just want to show you in a tag today how we're going to do it. Okay. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 7 inches by 6 inches. So it's 7 inches wide and 6 inches tall. Okay, any cardstock. I'm just using white for ease today, just so you can see it easy. I'm also getting ink all over everything, so just warning, if you see inky prints, that's my fault. All right, so we're going to score this in half at 3.5. So you put it in your scoreboard on the 7-inch side and score in half at 3.5. Now what I want you to do is I want you to turn it into your scoreboard, and we're going to make a score mark on this side. We're going to score from 2.25, okay, to the score line we just made. So 2 1/4 down to that middle score line. And that's really just a line for us to see where to cut this out, okay? Because we're going to be cutting that little section away. All right, so let's do that part. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away the score mark, okay? We talked about this before. I'm going to cut on the inside of my score mark to where my little crossover mark is, right there, okay? And then I'm going to cut away the score mark here to the middle of this page. I just don't need this piece. What we're doing is we're creating a pocket that is going to hold our little slider mechanism. Okay, it's really, really simple. You're going to love how simple this is. Now what I'm going to do is, while I've got it like this, I'm going to go ahead and turn it into a tag. All right, so I'm going to use my large angle punch. If you don't have the large angle punch, I've showed you so many times how you can just measure 1/2 inch down on one side and 1/2 inch in on the other, and then cut to them and get yourself a little angle. It's so easy to do that, but I'm just going to do this, and that creates my tag. Again, while I'm here, let's poke a hole. So I'm going to take my big hole punch, and I'm going to eyeball the center and just make myself a hole there. So there is the tag itself. That's what we're making, okay? Now, this piece is going to fold over, and let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this edge and line it up where I want it, which is just like this. I'm going to take my bone folder and then crease this down. Remember how I told y'all that I've been kind of doing this and telling the crease or telling the score where I want it to fold? That's how I'm going to do that to get that nice and straight. All right. Now, I'm not going to close this yet. When you're making it, you can go ahead and close it, but I want to leave it open because I want to show you how the mechanism will work. I say mechanism like it's super hard. It is not. All right, let's do some stamping. So I am going to stamp my box lid and my box bottom on this green plaid cardstock. I said it was plaid. It's really a solid, whatever. Y'all know me. No, it is a plaid. It's a gingham. So I'm going to stamp this guy on here like so. Just like this. I'm going to get my box down here at the bottom. I'm going to be cutting these out. I'm just going to stamp these like this. Okay. And I'm going to let that dry for just a second. And then I'm going to show you a tip for making it look like we use multiple pieces of cardstock, but we're only using one. Now, the reason I want to let that dry really good is because I did a bad thing. I used a pigment ink to stamp, and I'm going to use an alcohol marker, which is not ideal. I'm just going to be super careful. But let me show you what I'm going to do. Even though this is green cardstock, I'm using a really bright red. This is fresh watermelon, a bright red marker. And I'm going to color this center section where the ribbon is red. And notice how it changes the color red that I'm using, but that's not really a big deal. I'm still getting the look of two different colors of cardstock, and I'm even getting the look of two different colors of pattern cardstock, because this is going to work just fine. Look at that. Doesn't it look like I just used a different cardstock? Now I'm going to do the center because this is my ribbon piece. Now I will show you at the end where I did one where I did a bunch of fancy cutting and paper piecing, and it's beautiful, and I'll show you that one when we get done so you can see how it looks if you paper piece. But for me, look how easy. I need to make a bunch of these guys because I need one for each of my children, one for their spouses, and then I think I need a couple more for a few more people we'll be giving gifts to, and I thought this will be a quick, easy way to do it. I haven't always been a big gift card or cash giver, but this year it seems like that's happening a lot. I think it's just because it's hard for me to get out and shop, and it's easier to do that. All right, I want my bow to be red as well, because if I have red ribbon on the box, I'm going to put red on the bow. You don't have to. Of course, your bow could be a different color, but look how easy this is to look like multiple pieces of cardstock. So easy, so easy, so easy. Of course, you could just color white, but then I wouldn't have that cool pattern in the background, right? All right, now let's cut this guy out. Again, I want this to be easy for you, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it with my trimmer. So I'm going to cut this away and put this into bin because I know I will use it later. And then I'm just going to use my trimmer to cut these straight lines, and I don't even have to use a pair of scissors for this. Now, we do have an SVG for you guys, so you can totally use that SVG, and I will probably use the SVG as well, and if and when I do, I'll film that video for you. I feel like I'm going to be using it myself because I got an idea for that too. All right, so let's cut this edge down. This is so easy and so cute. I love it. I love when you can get easy builder projects. All right, now I'm going to cut the top out with scissors, and I want to tell you something. I know that sometimes you're scared of fussy cutting, but we try really hard to make our stamps easy to fussy cut, and one of the ways we did it with this one is by using chunky lines. So I know that sounds like, well, why would that make a difference? But it really does. These lines are thick, and it allows you to have the look of a lot more detail than you're actually having to cut out. It also allows you to accidentally get into the line a little bit and it not be a problem. When you have a thin line, sometimes you can accidentally cut that line away. We don't want to do that, but these thick lines really allow you some forgiveness. You'll see when you start playing, if you fussy cut like this, if you don't use the SVG file, or if you don't put them on your Scan and Cut, you'll see what I'm talking about. And for me, with my Scan and Cut, I love my Scan and Cut, but if I want to use a pattern like this, sometimes it struggles because the Scan and Cut sees everything. So it would even see the pattern that I'm using. It wouldn't just see the bold black lines. So there's my two pieces. So easy to cut, easy peasy. All right, let's go back, and we need one other piece. Now we need the mechanism. You need a piece that's 2.5 wide by 4 3/4 long, okay? And what we're gonna do is on the 4 3/4 side, we're gonna score this at 3 3/4. Basically, we're scoring it 1 inch up from the bottom. That's all you gotta do to this, and that's the whole piece that will create our slider piece. It'll pull our gift out. All right, so while we've got this here, let's go ahead and fold this over and score it or crease it down. Just like so. Now let's go back to the card. Okay, so here's why I didn't want to glue it down. I want to show you how this works. It's really easy. I'm just going to hold this into place. So this little guy is going to slide in like this, and it's going to pop out about 1/4 inch, and that's going to hold our little pull-out piece. But what's happening here is this fold is going to hold whatever you put inside. So let me show you. How cool is this? My friend Lisa gave me this. She had these and they're just the right size for gift cards. So it's my sample. So look, a gift card will lay right inside of here, okay? And when you place it in, when they pull this out, it'll pull out a gift card, or you can put cash inside. So I borrowed $5 from Joe because I didn't have any cash today. So I'll put this in and it will also slide in. Now I made this a 1-inch flap on purpose. I don't want to take a chance of it not pulling the money out. So if you did it like 1/4 of an inch, which probably would work, I'm afraid something might happen and it might not catch very well. But it being a 1/2 inch piece, I know that my piece is going to stay in there and it's not that much more cardstock that we're having to use. All right, so let's assemble this guy. Before I do too much, I want to go ahead and stamp on this little tag. And I want my sentiment to live down here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just ink up the sentiment that says, get yourself something real nice. I think this will be super cute on here. So I'm going to stamp this close to the bottom. Just about 1/4 of an inch up will give me plenty of room. So something like that. The cool thing is, if I get that crooked, which I did okay, but if I get that crooked, I can always lay another piece over it. But that is perfect there. And now what I want to do, because this is so cute to me, I'm going to take this yellow ink and I'm going to stamp with the little yellow stars from the set. They are so cute. And I want to do this now because I want them to kind of show around the little package. So what I'm going to do is just stamp all over the page with the 3 different sizes of little stars that you get. And then wherever they land is where they land. I just think this is really cute. And what I think I'll do is close this down so I can stamp some off without getting them on the back. I'm going to stamp up here as well. Now I'm going to glue my tag shut, and here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to glue 2 sides, okay? So I'm going to glue this edge here and then this edge here. And I don't want too much glue because I don't want to take up, like 1/2 an inch of space, but a good 1/4 of an inch is fine. And I'm trying to send any excess glue outside of the envelope or of the little tag pocket. So just like that. Now let me say this to you. I'm not going to stamp to and from on here. I will probably just handwrite on the back, but if you wanted to stamp to and from on the back, now's a good time. Do that before you do all the assembly work, okay? All right, so here we go. This is just how hard it is. It's not hard at all. All right, so take your gift card or whatever you've got, whatever you're using for your gift card, and you just want to place it like this. And you want to make sure you have enough room up here to put this little guy down, okay? So I have plenty of room. I'm going to run a little bead of glue at the top. And then I'm going to place my box lid at the top. Now you want to make sure, just eyeball and make sure you're getting it about center. You've got a little bit of room on either side to play. I made sure that you did so you wouldn't have to be too picky. We don't want to be too picky about it. So just do that like so, okay? And then this will now go right inside of here. But before we do, I want to show you this. In case you have this stamp set, you might be a long-time watcher who already has the stamp set called Action. It looks like this. If you have this stamp set, I'm going to use the word pull and stamp it on top of here to let the recipient know what to do. So I'm just going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black. And then right here at the top, in the middle of the ribbon, I'm going to stamp the word pull. And isn't that cute? Then the person will know. You don't have to do that. You can write the word pull. I just happen to have that stamp set, so I wanted to use it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this little card or my cash, whichever one I'm using, onto the pull out. I think I'll use the cash so you can see it because that white on white. I'll put the little cash in here, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to slide this down in. Now let me tell you, thicknesses of cardstock matters, okay? And I made my pull out using some Not Your Mama's cardstock, so it's a little thick. So you see I have a little separation right there. It's not the end of the world. Let me show you how we're going to fix it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little package here, my little box, and I'm going to line it up, but I'm just going to slide it up a little bit to hide my little separation. See how I just slid that up and then just glue that down. Not a big deal. The recipient is not going to care that you have a tiny gap and you're not going to see it. Isn't that cute? So this now becomes their little gift, and when they pull it out, their money is revealed. So cute. All right, so I'm going to get this lined back up in there for you to see it. They're on camera. How cute is that, right? All right, it needs ribbon. I'm going to not put ribbon on it today, and I'll tell you why. I'll show you one that I did put ribbon on. I'm not sure if I'm putting this on a package or hanging it on the tree. These may get hung on the tree. I'm not really sure. Now, I see here that I need to put some little more stars here. Not a big deal. Let's do that real quick. So there we go. I added some more stars for that spot where I needed them. And now let me show you the other one I made. So this is the one where I made, and I did a lot of paper piecing. And after looking at it now, I don't think I needed to. I paper pieced this little bow. I paper pieced this piece in the middle, and I popped it up. You see how I popped it up on some foam? But looking at this one, I think they look just as good, and I spent a lot less time. I do like the little strip at the bottom. You might want to do that too. But as you can see, you pull this up, and there's the money. It is the same process. Now, let me tell you, if you want to put something inside here that's not a gift card or cash, also notice how this one's lower. I did this one for cash, so I was able to make it shorter, where I did this one for a gift card and I needed more space. That's what I want to tell you. Just take whatever it is you're putting inside and measure it, and then make sure wherever you trim this off at the top gives you enough space to hide the gift behind it. Okay, so that's how to make a tag like this using our new stamp set, which you're going to come up with 1,000 different things, 1,000 better things. Y'all always do. You will come up with something. But what I really love about this is we tried very hard to make this something you can use all year. I didn't want this to be a one and done set for you. I feel like you'll be able to use this for baby showers, for birthdays, for anniversaries, for retirement, for have a cup of coffee on me stamp. I mean, anything you have something to send somebody to, I feel like you can make them an interactive card of some sort and be able to send this out and just have so much fun all year long with it. Plus, even if you just use the sentiments in a different card, that'll be super cute. So there is the idea behind it, but I also have so many other ideas. I think it'd be super cute to just stamp this on a card and then have the lid kind of offset, or have the lid laying beside it or in front of it, something like that. I also think this would be super cute to use to make one of those pop-up cards where inside there's a little package and the little gift is inside the card. There's so many different ways to use it, and be watching because I'm going to be bringing you some videos with it. Hopefully starting Monday and Tuesday, I'll have 2 more videos for you. All right, guys, there you go. Your club set. Now, don't forget, if you're a member of the club, a lot of you have been asking me lately because we have a lot of new viewers, you get a 15% discount on most items in our store. And all you have to do is join the club, and that's automatic. You get a code to use whenever you go shopping. So that's one thing to remember. And number 2, you always know you're going to get these before they sell out, because a lot of times when we bring the first inventory in, they will sell out kind of quick and you have to wait for the second inventory. And now that shipping's kind of slowed down, it's a good idea to go ahead and join the club. You can cancel anytime. You could try it out and see if you like it. It's also a good thing to ask for as a Christmas gift. Don't forget that one. All right, guys, we have a giveaway every month. All you have to do to enter is make a project, which I cannot wait to see what you do. Make a project with this stamp set and post it on our customer gallery at maymaymadeit.com, and you have a chance to win a $50 gift card. We have a winner for last month in the description below. We will have already emailed the winner, and then you can see your name if it's you in the description below. Thanks so much for watching today, guys, and until next time, bye now.